We continue discussing big man things, awareness, accountability this evening with the Roots Foundation. We're very happy to have our first grouping today. Well, we're speaking with CEO Mtima, as well as teaching artist Isaiah John, who deals more with spoken word, and Emmanuel Villafana, coach. Now, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Mtima, I want to start off with you, thanks. Just giving a little, even before we get into our first question. Roots Foundation. What is Roots Foundation about?
So a pleasant good evening to you and your viewing audience, and a happy new year to everyone. As mentioned, I'm Mtima, and Roots Foundation is an acronym. Roots, which stands for Reflections of Our Oral Traditions. And at Roots Foundation, we use oral traditions with a focus on spoken word as a catalyst for social change, and that is done by providing safe spaces for youth self-expression. And we do this in three ways: festivals, intervention, and media outreach. In a nutshell, that is what Roots Foundation is about.
And I'll take your thoughts. What comes to mind when you hear gender-based violence? And I'll even add in a word that that Emmanuel just used in terms of saying it's not just physical, but it can also be words as well. And I ask you this as CEO of an NGO that deals with the word and with oral traditions.
So, as Emmanuel said, I'll jump off from Emmanuel's comments. It is something that affects both genders, male and female. And I think that that awareness is important. When I hear the term gender-based violence, automatically you tend to think it's like a one-way stream where men abusing women, but it also happens in the other way. But what we need to really do in terms of speaking to our young boys, our men, we need to really make them aware of their, and when I say their roles, I know people like to jump off when I use the terms role, right? But we need to speak to our young boys, our young men, on how they should negotiate, one, power, and how they should negotiate, two, vulnerable emotions. Because these are probably two of the main things that can lead to gender-based violence from the male perspective. Our lack of negotiating power and our lack of negotiating our own vulnerable feelings, you know? And what we try to do, especially through the oral traditions, give you that space to express yourself. So spoken word is such a powerful medium that you could go on a stage, right, and share how you feel and not be judged by it. So we exploit that concept of using spoken word to get both genders, male and female, to share and express how they feel.